I went ahead and expanded on the idea here a little bit with the treadmill. Started out with 2 of them. It was good enough to get the wood in the little cubby hole there, but wanted to be able to put wood in here, and so ended up buying some more. I think the first 2 I paid 35 bucks a piece for. Have a hard time finding them for that price, so I think I'm averaging, or did average, like 60 bucks for the next 4 that I bought. And my wife grabbed one to actually use, so my backup in case these break. So anyway, as you can see, it's taking the wood off the dump trailer, putting it in here, and then eventually when my kids get around to helping me, I'll have them loaded on, and then I'll just pick it off the conveyor as it comes over here. So some of the conveyors I had to, or treadmills, I had to cut the arms off. As you can see, there's that one. I cut them off just because there's just not enough head clearance here to put all those in there and unfold the arms up. So anyway, that had to be done. The setup on these, of course, can be kind of a pain, but the thought is to get that back with the time saved on getting these. And of course, once I start doing this more, it won't be so bad. I think I'm going to leave the first 2 in there coming right off the cement blocks, just to leave them in there permanently, and then these other ones I'll move around as needed. I'll use this one for now for this side, then I'll take it down and just use that first one to, or maybe even take these 2 down to make a pile there. So yeah, gotta appreciate the 1934 walls, but not into fixing those right now, so into hauling wood. One of the things, I guess, if you end up doing this, the way these work is, if you're familiar with treadmills, pretty much they're all the same. You gotta, if you shut them off, they gotta be reset. So that's kind of a bummer. Every time you gotta turn them on, you gotta go through each one and set them up. So I got the top 2 not going very fast. You want to try and keep the wood under control a little bit. You don't want to be flinging it off, because it definitely can do that. But just want to dump onto the next one and then bring it out. And then I got these 2 going a little bit faster. And I don't know why that just shut down. Probably because I bumped my switch. So I'm going to have to fix that problem. Which I thought I could do that. Yeah, I was gonna kind of show you guys what I had going on here too. For, you know, these draw anywhere from, I don't know, I think you can run them down to about 25-30 watts all the way up to some of them I've seen go to like 900 if you turn them up all the way. And then 1 or 2 of the other ones I checked seemed like they'd only go to like 400 or 500. So clearly, as you turn them up faster, it seems like the power goes up exponentially. So you want to try and run them as low as you can, just to get the job done. Obviously, as you put wood on them, they're gonna draw some more power. But anyway, before this shut off, which it is on now, so I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But anyway, they draw about 550 watts the way I had them running. And then this I'd recommend getting is just a wireless switch. So in case something gets jammed or whatever, I can shut them down with a remote. And I suspected I bumped that in my pocket. That's why it went off. At least that's what I'm thinking. So it does work outside. I did test it into here, so that way, if like I said, it's kind of hard to run all the way around and shut the power off. I'm sure people can be creative and get switches and things out there if they wanted to. But this is just, today I just want to get the first trailer unloaded and just kind of see how this would work, putting multiple of these together. But Anyway, getting back to the power usage, if you know, these 6 will run around 100 watts a piece on average, and so you just want to keep that in mind as you daisy chain more and more of these together. The wireless switches I see is only good for 10 amps, so that's about 1200 watts. So it looks like it'll be fine for what I'm doing. Anyway, I guess what I'm going to do is start these back up again and hopefully not bump the switch, and we'll see if we can move a little wood into here. It's probably not the best setup as far as elevating them, but you can either elevate them or this kind of works nice, little stair step coming down, then I'd elevate back up just so I can get the pile built up. I don't have to keep coming in here every 2 minutes and fixing the pile because they're on the floor. But I thought about actually maybe suspending these someday from the ceiling with some ropes and cables, and then you could adjust the elevation what you wanted. But I don't know if I'm that ambitious. This is enough for now. Just want to get the wood in done for the season. So anyway, let me reset these, and then we'll try and get a pile of wood in here. So anyway, the whole point of all this is just to save on the back by working in here, because it's tough. But I'm gonna put wood in here too, so it's gonna have to be done. But at least the conveyors help with some of that, and especially if you're only one guy. But anyway, let me get this fired back up to where we were here. Like I said, these kind of a pain that you have to reset every one of them every time. I'm not sure how. It'd be nice just if I could put them all on that switch to start and stop. That way I wouldn't have to keep redoing it, but I'm not sure how that would work or how I would do that. I'm sure it's possible. And here's the tricky part, is getting around here with, I've set the camera down, climbing around this stuff. So probably thinking to yourself, gee Steve, is this worth all that? And I'm not sure yet. You know, I like to burn wood, but as far as it being economical, the jury's still out on that. But a lot of people say I do get my wood for free by looking around for people that want to get rid of it. So a lot of people like to jump on that bandwagon and say free heat, you know. But the reality of it is, it's not free. One chainsaw chain can pay for a month of natural gas for me, at least at $2 million BTU. Okay, we're back up and running. Hopefully nothing gets bumped with the switch again. I probably should have put that offset in there. It's the kilowatt meter is bumping actually the switch that's on here. There's a manual switch for starting and stopping that. So what are we at here? Yeah, about 550 watts. And I got to start the one out there, so it'll be, like I said, about 100 watts a piece. Go out there, start that one, throw a little bit of wood in here, show you how it works. It's not perfect. I've only hauled a few sticks so far, but some fall off, and majority go though. And seems to kind of do what I want it to. It'd be nice if they were a little lighter and easier to set up. Yeah, I picked up this dump trailer and spent a bunch of time trying to get it working right. It's the brakes and electrical, and it was a mess. But it's working a little bit now, and I wish I would have had some more wood, but I don't. I didn't get that much in this time. Ran out of time, always running out of time. So there we go. it's going to be kind of tough. I wish I could set the camera down. I don't have one of the little headband things or whatever. That'd be nice though. Set you right there for now. Get my gloves on. Okay, but anyway, between the dump trailer, which I'd highly recommend, I know they're not cheap, but highly recommend for this, and the conveyors, I guess over time it'll pay for itself. Probably not before I'm dead, but anyway. So you can, you know, pretty much load it up. Hopefully it'll be good for me. I don't know if you can see it there or not, but it's taking them down. Try and keep the wood parallel with the conveyor so it doesn't traveling sideways down there. So anyway, that's 6 conveyors. They're roughly 4 feet of conveyor, so that's 24 feet gain to get there. So anyway, that's kind of the idea. So just wanted to throw that out there for people. Go ahead and test our switch one more time once the wood is all the way down. So good, makes a good emergency stop. I see one of the pieces got knocked off there, and that tends to happen. So it would be nice if I hit it, turn back on again. But I reset it. So anyway, I don't plan on doing any more upgrades after this. As far as more of these, like I said, it turns into a, well, by the time you find a bunch of them for 50 bucks a piece, if you can, get them all home, check them all out, modify them, make sure the belts are tracking. I see most of them, the belts are rubbing up against the side. So that's something you might want to look at. Just try and preserve that as much as possible. Some are already starting to rip already. What's kind of neat is I never had one apart. The motors actually have a flywheel on them, and so if you buy one of those, I'm not sure what else you could do with that, the motor, but I'm sure that motor alone is worth 50 bucks with that, with a flywheel on it. I don't know. I didn't look anywhere else for them. Anyway, just a little pile. Again, the one piece went off. Alignment seems to be okay. It seems like they can tolerate quite a bit of misalignment. So, but yeah, the motors have a flywheel, so that's kind of be neat for, I don't know, something. Make a kinetic log splitter. I don't know if I had about 1,000 of them. You know, 994 more, I guess. I'll have it. Okay, so that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and empty that trailer and hopefully get some wood put in here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you later.